Alright. So, starting a bit later than intended due to some technical difficulties. But we're here now. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so I need to go chuck all of this stuff into my storage, because we need to buy turnips today. It is Sunday. Let's throw all of my stuff into storage here. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's look around for Daisy Mae. Oh, hey, another, what's it called? Another Lily of the Valley. Make sure I haven't missed her down here. Oh, there she is. So she's right where I need her to be. Alright, ABD. So let's withdraw 1 million bells. 102 bells each. So I'll need to make 3 trips to talk to Daisy Mae here. 3 or 4 trips. So it shouldn't be a major issue. Alright, let's go chuck these down into the basement here. There we go. Alright, Daisy Mae still over here? Okay, she is. Alright. There we go, we can go ahead and drop these. Alright, let's go fill up the right-hand corner room. Alright, there we go. That's my 1 million bells for the week. And this room's not, and this room's just barely small enough to where it's not gonna fit everything I need. Oh, I'm just 2 spaces short. Oh well. Alright, let's grab my necessary equipment for today. And let's start digging up the flowers I don't need. Oh, I meant to grab some hardwood from my storage. Alright, time to start digging up my junk flowers. Alright, so before I forget, let's go ahead and, put these right here. Hi Samuel, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome back. We're just doing my Animal Crossing grind for this morning. Not much is going on. I just spent 1 million bells on turnips. I'm gonna be streaming that in the afternoon. We're finishing up that today. Yeah, I'm streaming that after I finish streaming Animal Crossing. This is a bread windflower. I should be streaming it around 1 o'clock my time. So, 3 hours from now. How to play? I can answer any questions you need. Like, Animal Crossing here, you pretty much just, do whatever you feel like doing until you, start making money. Oh, the main objective of the game is to, decorate your island and, get it to where it's a 5-star rating and maintain that 5-star rating, as well as, decorating your house and whatnot. Like, the thing I'm doing right now is I am, flower gardening, which is very tedious and time-consuming. Like, this game is, very, grindy. And what I'm doing now is, this is not the most efficient way of, gardening flowers, but it's the best way to do it in mass. So, pretty much doing what works for me. Do random people just give me points? No. You get, points in this game by, doing objectives such as, these daily tasks and, helping the villagers on the island and, decorating your island and paying for things. Like what I've done here is I'm trying to specifically breed for a specific kind of flower, and because of the way you have to breed for this flower, I have to go out of my way to breed just this one flower for like a 2% chance to get a green flower, which is a lot, which is way more effort than it's actually worth. But the my madness drives me to look for this specific flower. Oh, well, Animal Crossing has been around for a while. There's been, let's see here. GameCube, DS, Wii, 3DS. This is like the 5th version of Animal Crossing. And up until recently, it's kind of been one of those games that it's gotten like releases on like every Nintendo console, but few people have actually like gone out of their way to like advertise the game. But at the time this game came out, they released this game in the middle of a pandemic when literally everybody is stuck inside. So this is literally like outdoor simulator. It's not just for kids. There are actually more adults who play this game than kids. Like that's the surprising thing is, I picked the game up because, I was a big fan of the original Animal Crossing and decided to, pick it up because, why not? It would supposedly be a big nostalgia trip. But as it turns out, I do not own Mario Maker. Mario Maker is on my list of games to buy when I go back to work in the fall. but that'll be a while, because I'm kind of limited on what games I'm purchasing for a while, because basically with this whole thing, I missed an entire month where I was supposed to be working, and my job is dependent on schools being in. And with this whole outbreak, schools have been closed. Which really kind of sucks for me because there are a lot of games this summer I wanted to buy, but I'm just not going to be able to buy them because that's just the way things have turned out. I do like Mario Maker. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on the shenanigans that go on in that game. Like, my personal favorites are the supposedly impossible levels that people play, because it takes some real interesting players to come up with those and make them look good. Alright, so let's bury these bamboo shoots. Alright, so I'm not harvesting my fruit trees today. Let's see. I need to talk to the Nook siblings here. You don't, because they make new ones? Well, from that perspective, I understand where you're coming from, because I understand hating the fact that you have to buy the newest one to get all the new features. But, by moving Super Mario Maker to the Nintendo Switch, they got around a lot of memory limitations, from what I've been told. Because there's a natural progression of things where if they don't start making games for new consoles, they start losing interest in the game. You live in Nepal? Never been to Nepal. Isn't that in India? Oh no, Nepal is a country. Ah. Well, thanks for tuning in, man. It's always nice to have new viewers. So, let's go ahead and head on down here. Sanil. Oh, it's between India and China. Okay. That gives some pretty good context for its location. Alright, so let's see here. I need to chop down these trees here. So there's a good chance that there are going to be hornets in these trees, and there's not, so I got lucky. Oh, famous for Mount Everest. Okay. Like, I know where Mount Everest is. Like, maybe someday I'll visit Mount Everest to see it, but I don't see myself going particularly out of my way to, go to Mount Everest. Because, visiting a country just to see a mountain, seems kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But, it is a natural, landmark that's really cool. So let me open up my page on flowers over here for Animal Crossing. Alright, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 plots here for some flowers for what I want to do. But there are a couple of complaints I do have about this game. One, the island is way too small for what it should be. Because, I'll say this, people think the island in this game is very large, but after playing for a bit, they realize just how small the island actually is. So this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I prefer Shield, but, I think Sword has arguably better Pokemon. But, I play Shield, so shield is the way to go for me. Alright. So let's go dig up some flowers here. One, two, three, four, five, six. So my current goal, yeah, I have a couple of, flapples. Which, you can catch flapples right now, in Shield from, raid dens. But, they're still pretty hard to beat, because they're dragon and grass types. And raid battles are fairly difficult. But I'm really looking forward to the DLC that's coming out on the 17th. Because once that comes out, I'm going to be playing that like all day. And that is going to be a fun Wednesday. Provided there's like no launch issues with the DLC. Because this time period sort of marks Nintendo's entry into starting to do actual DLC, which I'm interested to see how this will turn out. Because Nintendo has a history of absolutely hating paid DLC. But this is the first time they're ever actually doing paid DLC outside of, like, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, like, that's another thing, is Pokemon Sword and Shield are the first game, I believe, that has some sort of, difference in its gyms just based on which version of the game you buy. Which really kind of makes things a bit more interesting, if you ask me. Alright, need the black lilies. But it also, adds some confusion to players who, were expecting one thing but ended up with another. Because when I bought Pokemon Shield, I didn't realize there were the Tower of Water or Dark. I haven't decided yet. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna end up taking. I'm gonna play the DLC multiple times over, so. It doesn't really matter, because I'm eventually going to get through both of them. Like, I might just end up deciding, like, on a coin flip, which one I'm gonna take. Because either way, I get a new Pokemon, So that's all I really want. Like, I've been trying to avoid getting spoiled for, like, what's in the DLC. Because I just know there's gonna be things in the DLC that I'm gonna be like, oh man, I really wish I had known about this ahead of time. But at the same time, the DLC is, something that I really think is, gonna be a major game changer. Yeah. But I'm sort of in a phase here where I'm going for the Fire Gigantamax starter. Because I'm a big fan of Cinderace. But if I had to choose between the grass or the water type, I'd definitely go for the water type. Like, from my own perspective, the grass type starter from this game is not that spectacular. I'm talking about Cinderace, the, oh, you mean Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Oh, I mean Blastoise and Venusaur. Blastoise. Definitely Blastoise for me. Squirtle was my first starter, back in the, original Pokemon games. So, I'm gonna choose Blastoise regardless of how good Blastoise is. So, I'll pick Blastoise, definitely. Like, I might get some flack for choosing Blastoise, but I'm at least consistent with what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find a place to move my campsite. I'm now finding myself running out of room to plant things. If a starter has its hidden ability, it can Gigantamax. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that. Okay. I learn more about Pokemon every time I play it nowadays. So... Oh, the Galar starter? Oh, that's cool. Like, back when I was younger, I used to, like, know everything about Pokemon. Now the game has gotten complicated to where, like, there's certain common knowledge things that just get lost as you, like, get older. Like, I know everything about Animal Crossing now, but what good is that when it comes to Pokemon? Alright, let's move these coconut trees here. These coconut trees are in the way. Now, let's go see if I can move the campsite. Like, this campsite here is getting in the way of building what I want to build. Like, I have the money in-game to, to move the campsite. Alright, there we go. Actually, let's, withdraw 20,000 more. Because I have to do my, daily shopping in the game. So, Nook shopping. Alright, let's talk to, the legendary scam artist Tom Nook and businessman. Campsite. Alright, so now I need to figure out where I'm gonna move my campsite. No, I think... Oh, shiny hunting for starter with the DLC. I could in theory do that, but I'm of the opinion that, shiny hunting for a, starter with a hidden ability is kind of, a bit out there. Might be worth way too much effort. Like, props to, people who can actually do that, but... I can't see myself going out of my way to, actually do that. Somebody got it in 14 eggs? Wow. That's incredibly lucky. They were probably using the Masuda method, but that person is incredibly lucky. Like, props to them for getting that. Alright. So now I need to water my flowers here. And after I water my flowers, I'm gonna go ahead and in the stream, go eat lunch, and then come back and stream some Pokemon, Yeah, it would take 300 eggs. I would just go for like a hidden ability and call it a day. Well, a Pokemon with a hidden ability and a good nature. Because, going for shiny Pokemon is great if you just want, like, a specific kind of shiny Pokemon. Because there are a couple of shiny Pokemon I intend on hunting for on down the line, but I haven't gotten around to it. How much time will it take for a break? Probably around an hour, because I have to make lunch. But it won't take too long. Let's, Alright. Can I, where can I still put my bonfire down? Oh no, this is a very poor placement for my bonfire. Well, this works, but I'm gonna have to make another bonfire here, because, because now it looks uneven, which is a terrible, terrible thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and water the rest of my flowers here. One hour. So I'm gonna be, in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna take a break for lunch, and, then I'm gonna go ahead and, then I'm gonna come back and, stream Pokemon. Alright. Let's see, Alright. Sounds good, man. And this is the longest part about this game, is just trying to get the flowers you want, because I'm trying to collect every kind of flower. Because it's like completing the Pokédex. You gotta get all the flowers. And some flowers you have to spend weeks trying to get. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing, because what they use is called cinematic gameplay footage, where it's pretty much simulated gameplay, which means well, it's an industry practice where they take a simulation of the game, record it, and use that as like footage for their trailer. But they only like take the best images they get from it. Which it's really kind of complicated, but the gist of it is it saves them money somehow. Alright. See you later, man. Always nice to have people drop by the stream. Alright, let's make sure to water these properly here. There we go, all my flowers are watered for today. I'm gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna go and stream some, Pokemon, Shield. So I'll be back in about an hour and, 10 minutes. Oh yeah, I remember you from the last stream. I'll be back in about an hour and 10 minutes, because I'm gonna take a break for lunch, and then we're gonna stream some Pokemon, because I've got all my morning stuff done here on Animal Crossing. So, any new hats? There we go. Alright. So, Terminal, I'll be back in an hour. So, thanks for dropping by. But, we're gonna take a break for lunch here.